Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in here. New setup here, currently on vacation, but still going to try to give out the bangers for you guys. So yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. Starting with the Colorado Rockies versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 225. The Rockies plus 200 with the over-under at 9. Rockies coming into this matchup 33 and 54. The Astros 48 and 38. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 6.50. Pitching for the Astros is JP France with an ERA of 3.13. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. France, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Rockies on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Houston yesterday. Houston on a 3-game winning streak, playing pretty well right now. Colorado 0-9 on the road. Looked horrible on the road. Chase Anderson has been very bad on the mound. I mean, he's given up about 20 runs in his last 3 starts here. And yeah, we're going to roll with the Astros at home. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Phillies plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Phillies coming into this matchup 45 and 39. The Rays 57 and 31. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 3.93. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA of 5.28. Walker, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Littell, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Phillies beating Tampa Bay yesterday 3-1. Nice underdog win for the Phillies. The Rays on a 3-game losing streak right now. Phillies 10-0 on the road. Crazy, they're playing very good on the road here. Littell's been good on the mound for the Rays. 2 0-run games out of his last 3 starts. Walker's been very good as well. Kind of a tough game here. I think Phillies are a good underdog today, the way they played yesterday. And I want to take a shot with the Phillies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Yankees plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 49 and 35. The Yankees 48 and 38. Pitching for the Orioles is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 5.04. Pitching for the Yankees is Randy Vasquez with an ERA of 1.74. Kramer, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Vasquez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 2-game losing streak. They are 1-6 in their last 8 right now. Yankees coming off back-to-back Baltimore wins. And yeah, Vasquez has looked pretty decent in his 2 starts this season. Kramer coming off that 7-run game here. And yeah, I think Yankees are a good underdog today. And I'll take Yankees plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Washington Nationals. Reds opening up as road favorites at minus 115. The Nationals plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 6.66. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 3.30. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Reds on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Washington. They've looked very good in this series so far. Washington 1-3 in their last 4. Reds 12-1 on the road, playing great road baseball, 5-1 on the road against Washington. And yeah, Reds are playing great right now, and I'll take Reds on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Cleveland Guardians. Braves opening up as road favorites at -170. Cleveland +140 with the over-under at 10. Braves coming into this matchup 57-28. Cleveland 42-43. Pitching for the Braves is Michael Soroka with an ERA of 6.89. Pitching for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 6.18. Soroka, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Yeah, Quantrill's given up 20 runs in his last 3 starts. He's been very rough on the mound here. Braves coming off a very tough Cleveland loss yesterday in the extra innings here. I like Braves to bounce back here. Quantrill been horrible on the mound, and I'll take Braves on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox opening up as home favorites at -110. The Rangers +100 with the over-under at 9.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 51-35. Boston 43-43. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 3.21. Pitching for the Red Sox is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 3.08. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Bello, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. The Rangers beating Boston yesterday 6-2. Nice win for them there. Even though they've struggled against Boston here, Gray hasn't been the best on the mound. He's coming off some rough starts here. Bello's been pretty solid. 3 solid starts on the mound for Bello here, but I still like the Rangers, and I think they're a decent underdog today, and I'll take Rangers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -250. The Royals +200 with the over-under at 8.5. Royals coming into this matchup 25-61. The Twins 44-43. Pitching for the Royals is Alec Marsh with an ERA of 11.25. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.24. Marsh, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. The Royals on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Twins. Twins have looked good in this series. Royals still just 1-12 on the road against Minnesota here, so they've really struggled on the road. Lopez has been pretty decent on the mound. Marsh has only pitched 1 time this year, gave up 5 runs in that matchup, and yeah, I'm going to take the Twins at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Chicago White Sox. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -130. The White Sox +115 with the over-under at 9. Toronto coming into this matchup 46-40. The White Sox 37-50. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 3.74. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 6.47. Barrios, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Lynn, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Toronto coming off a tough game yesterday, winning 4-3 against the White Sox. White Sox 1-3 in their last 4. Toronto 5-0 against the White Sox here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up some runs, and I still think I'm going to lean with Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -150. Brewers +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 39-45. The Brewers 46 and 40. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 2.43. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 3.88. Steele, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Cubs beating the Brewers yesterday 7-6. They've really been struggling for wins here. Been struggling big time. 2-5 against the Brewers. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup here, and I'm going to take a shot with Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 170. Angels plus 135 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 45 and 43. The Padres 40 and 46. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 4.69. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 3.59. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels coming off back-to-back losses against the Padres here. Padres, they look good in this series despite the bad losing streak that they were on. They've been playing well this series. Sandoval coming off a 7-run game in his last start here, and Angels just haven't looked that great in the series so far, and I think I'll take a shot with the Padres at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 160. The Mariners plus 135 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 42 and 42. The Giants 46 and 40. Pitching for Seattle is Tommy Milone with an ERA of 1.93. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 3.12. Milone, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Cobb, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Seattle on a 4-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the Giants as underdogs. Giants on a 4-game losing streak right now. And I think Seattle's a good underdog today. They look good in this series, coming off a nice sweep yesterday. And I'm going to take the Seattle plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 110. The Mets plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Mets coming into this matchup 39 and 46. The Diamondbacks 50 and 36. Pitching for the Mets is Kadai Senga with an ERA of 3.53. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Tommy Henry with an ERA of 4.08. Mets hit Senga, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Henry, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Mets on a 3-game winning streak, coming off an Arizona win yesterday. Arizona on a 2-game losing streak here. Mets are just 4-11 on the road. Not the most trustworthy team here still, despite they are on a 3-game winning streak. But I'm still just not in love with the Mets here, as they do struggle on the road a lot. And Tommy Henry's been very good on the mound for the Diamondbacks. And I'm going to roll with Arizona at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 250. The Pirates plus 215 with the over-under at 9. Pirates coming into this matchup 40 and 45. The Dodgers 47 and 38. Pitching for the Pirates is Osvaldo Bido with an ERA of 4.74. Pitching for the Dodgers is Bobby Miller with an ERA of 4.23. Bido, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pittsburgh beating the Dodgers 9-7 yesterday, a game Dodgers just blew in the end. Tough loss for the Dodgers here. But I still like the Dodgers to bounce back here. It is just 2-10 on the road, so not the best road team here. Pretty even pitching matchup, but I like the Dodgers to bounce back after blowing it late in that game. So I'm going to roll with LA at home. Next matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at -115. The Cardinals +105 with the over-under at 9. Cardinals coming into this matchup 35-50. The Marlins 50-37. Pitching for the Marlins is Brian Hoeing with an ERA of 3.72. Currently, the only pitcher on the slate right now, the Cardinals, is undecided. So we'll see who ends up pitching for the Cardinals today. St. Louis back-to-back losses against Miami, losing 15-2 yesterday. Miami really brought the bats out yesterday, which was good to see. And we'll see who ends up pitching for the Cardinals. But Hoeing been pretty decent on the mound for the Marlins here, but they've looked like the better team so far in this series, and I think I'm gonna take the Marlins at home. Then the last matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at -225. Oakland +190 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 24-63. Detroit 37-47. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldichuk with an ERA of 6.78. Pitching for the Tigers is Eduardo Rodriguez with an ERA of 2.13. Waldichuk, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Oakland beating Detroit yesterday 1-0. I knew when I saw how big of favorites that Detroit were that it's just not trustworthy here. Oakland 6-0 on the road against Detroit. And yeah, big plus money for Oakland. I'm just not paying -200 for a Detroit Tigers team that's not even positive in the win column. Never going to do it. Give me Oakland +1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.